Hey there, it's been a while, but I really need to make a new video, so I'm doing it. The frame rate's gonna be a little low because I can no longer record a full motion video and play the game at the same time. My computer just can't do it, so I gotta get a new computer. Anyway, Zigfrak has reached its final alpha, which means it's now in beta. The final alpha is on the site. It starts off with a cutscene here. I'm gonna skip the cutscene. One of the cool things about the cutscene is that whatever you see is playing out procedurally, so you never see the same cutscene twice. If you end up replaying the content later or whatever, you're not gonna see the same cutscene, and your friends won't see the same cutscene you did, and it's the combat scenes tend to be really dynamic and fun to watch. Anyway, the tutorial content hasn't changed a whole lot from the original alpha, although it is different. One of the cool things in the final alpha is I've finally added save game, so once you've done it, you don't have to do it again unless you want to. There's an option to nuke your character progress at on the opening screen. But you don't want to do that. You want to progress, and you want to make that little the number after the word level go up as high as you can, because actually there's a level cap of 20, but higher level tends to be inducive to I don't know, more intense combat and stuff like that. So what's going on here? This is an interactable object. I think what I'm showing here is that I'm just showing a little bit from each tutorial mission. I'm not showing the whole thing. There are interactable objects there. You can click on them to activate them when you're within range, and that's just, you know, a new little mechanic that I added not too long ago. So, yay! And there's the good old destroy beacons. There are rewards for pretty much every mission. There's only a couple that don't have rewards. I tried to I went through the list of cool items, and I divvied them out amongst the existing missions. So this is all, you know, it's still tentative. It's still the build up there right now on the site is still alpha, but it's the final alpha, and I think it's really good. I play it just as much as I hack on it, so it's the game I would play if it exists, and it exists now. It's a wonderful thing. It's all part of the magic. I think I was trying to capture a few explosions there, more or less successfully. I don't know. These things sure have a big explosion for a little beacon, but that's a feature as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, so dock with some things, and basically, yeah, you learn how to move, how to loot, how to shoot, and there are now capturable craft in the game, so when you're docked with certain ships, you'll have the option to take them, and that's actually in the final alpha, and it works to my satisfaction now, and I think it's pretty cool. Once you capture a ship, you'll have access to it anytime you play the game. Going forward, you'll have a little shipyard menu when you first launch the game, and you can also access shipyard from any friendly space station. So you can swap out your ship while you're playing. You know, if you feel like going to another ship, you can just visit the shipyard and swap out. And it's a bare bones mechanic right now. I want to build on that and have more capturable ships and more options for obtaining ships. Another cool thing you can do at friendly stations is use the bank. You can stash items away, and those items will persist across deaths and saves. You will want to use the bank early and often. Otherwise your inventory will fill up and you will tend to lose cool stuff. this mission, it says you have to scrap the components from your own ship, but as it turns out, you've actually got some laying around. You can just use those. One of the other cool things is exploration. It's a big deal. The galactic map will get uncovered as you explore. There are lots of stars and planets and moons and stations to check out that are all still kind of generic, but there's a lot of them. Generic in the sense that they're just not populated with content yet. I eventually want to have some reason to go out there. There's a few missions that take you out there right now, but other than exploring, there's not a lot going on out there. But exploring does reward a lot of experience right now, so if you want to kind of get your level up, gain some experience in a semi-passive manner, you can go out and explore for a while. You might have some close calls with enemies and have to jump out really quick, but you will get some quick XP that way if you want to. While you're out and about, you'll probably, well, hopefully, run into some of the new factions that are in the game. There are the Warlords, who are, there's 5 of them, and each one of them controls a little section of space in the southern part of the map. There are also the Fanatics, who are a bunch of misguided zealots who kind of worship the Xenoids, even though they've got completely the wrong idea, but those guys are fairly dangerous. The Guardians are in, and we'll know more about them later. Right now there's just a lot of focus on the conflict between the free runners and the enforcers, and later on between the Xenoids and everybody. There are some places in the galaxy where you'll run into these different factions just duking it out, just kind of going at it in space, and it can be fun to watch. It can be fun to join in. There are a few level requirements on some of the items now. I wanted to kind of pace the introduction of items. Someone had suggested on a forum that I pace it even more than I was, and maybe not, give the player 3 weapons when they first log in. So yeah, when you're first on, you don't have any weapons. You get to learn how to move and progress from there. At the stations now, you've got a few options: reprovision, repair, refuel. Should talk a little bit about those emergency items. Reprovision will restock your inventory with any so-called emergency item that you have obtained so far. Emergency items are kind of lower quality stuff, but the thing is that they're free and they're abundant, because the last thing I want to do is strand the player out in the middle of nowhere with nothing. So there should almost always be some way to unhose your situation. I think even when you first start, when you first go into the galaxy with a saved game, if you exited the game and your inventory was like empty, you didn't have anything, and you were just completely screwed, you should have some emergency stuff in there when you go back in. So well, this mission chain has taken me out to high water, and gonna run some missions out there. I'm not gonna show them. I think what I do at this point is kind of trail off and start doing my own thing. I'm showing off the map. I'm showing that, you know, there's a bunch of places you could potentially go if you wanted to explore. Each area has its own stations and enemies or friends or people who really don't care one way or the other. Big ships, little ships, medium-sized ships. So at this point, I'm just going to encourage you to check out the playable demo at Zigfrak.com, and I'm going to shut up because I'm out of it, and I'm tired. I'm just going to let you listen to some music. Apologize again for the low frame rate.